Oops.
There we
There
are.
we are.
Hey, everyone.
Here, let's change that. I couldn't get it to.
Hey.
All right. Sorry, I was trying to do something. Okay. So, hi everyone.
All right, so you keep on
Welcome.
doing that.
Comments here. Let's show our comments on the stage. Oh, there is
Julie and James
Julie.
are here. We are in the process of getting Superman tickets right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Fernando.
Trying to do
So
stuff.
give us a couple of seconds here, but in the meantime,
Isn't working.
I can go ahead. Hold on.
Let's try this. Okay.
So, speaking of going to the movies, we just saw Jurassic World Park Rebirth Dominion today, and we will talk about that in just a second. But before we do that, I am gonna try this myself.
Okay.
And
what are you gonna try?
I'm gonna try to do
yeah, this just changed. I think it's down below, a little further down.
Oh, here we go.
There it is. But yeah.
Yeah,
no.
Why did it change?
It's down here. So you're not going to hear it. This is our volume. Take off the loop. And then now
things we want to share. Things we want to
share.
Yeah. Now you didn't do it.
Things we want to share.
It's right there. Oh, God. This is your fault. You're allowing me to do this.
I think it is.
Yeah, of course it's your fault. So hey everyone, welcome to Things We Want to Share for Monday, July the 7th. First question up, where has July been going? Usually this is one of the longest months ever, but this is whipping by, and today's already the 7th. Arg! All right, so once again, Sarah is online right now trying to buy Superman tickets. That's coming out this Friday, but we're going to talk about some Jurassic World today.
Yes.
Maria is here. Maria.
Oh, cool.
Maria thought that was excellent. But before we go there, we want to talk to you all about refreshing your galaxy. What does that mean? Well, we went to the store and we got all these new Coke cans because Coca-Cola is running a very new campaign, Refresh Your Galaxy, and they've got 30 different designs on these cans and bottles, and we're going to do a episode on it this coming week. We had Mike Celestino, surprise, from Laughing Place, and Rebecca Mosley, who runs laughingplace.com. They're going to be on to talk about this new promotion, the press event that we blew off, and the commercial. Have you seen the commercial? Have you seen all the Easter eggs? We had a really fun conversation where we went through the commercial and called out all the Easter eggs. Oh. Okay. Maria says she loves July. I love July now because we take off the last weekend to go to Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah.
So
it's fun.
We love July as well. And Fernando already bought his Superman tickets a few weeks ago. All right. So did anyone buy these? Now we bought two. You see right over here, two of these 12 packs of Coke and Coke Zero, hoping we would get like at least 10 different designs, but no.
No?
Yeah, and each one you get one design. So you get 12 Princess Leia's, and we got 12 Darth Mauls. So if anyone wants a Leia or a Darth Maul can of Coke, come to Long Beach, California, and pick it up. We're right here.
Yay.
All right, and Julie says it's practically Halloween. Well, you work at the magical place. It already is Halloween. We already bought our Oogie Boogie tickets. Some stores already have their Halloween decorations out.
They do?
So, yes, I've been seeing a lot of people posting them online that like Michael's and Hobby Lobby get their big Halloween displays out.
Ah, nice.
So it is Halloween time.
Ah, yes.
Glenn says he saw cases in the store, I heard they contain 12 of the same can. So
Correct.
yes, you may have heard that from us.
Yes.
Oh, so we just posted our videos on TikTok and YouTube again. And I know we want to wait until our shows to reveal this, but we said we wanted to get to 11,000 YouTube subscribers by Comic-Con. And last week when we recorded our wraparounds, we still needed like 400. Well, these Coke videos have been doing very well for us. Very, very well. So guess what? Look at this. 10,912.
My goodness.
Oh my goodness. Oh my.
That's exciting.
What?
Wow. Did you just
Oh, we just refreshed. Oh, look at that. Look at I need a screenshot of that.
Yeah.
Oh.
What the heck?
Oh my goodness.
When was that previous one from? Wow.
Like an hour ago. So
wow.
One more. So I think we predicted this when we recorded our wraparound that we just put out a whole bunch of videos on the Star Wars Ridiculous Rumors and the Coke videos
and Jurassic Park and
a lot of Jurassic Park stuff, and we predicted that we were going to get a big bump. Guess what?
Amazing.
We just got a big bump. Oh my goodness.
That's so cool.
Oh my. So we need one more to reach our goal by Comic-Con.
Yay.
That is exciting. That is so awesome. So everyone, go out and have a Coke and a smile. Hey, didn't you say you saw someone who got an Ahsoka can?
Yeah, someone did. Yeah.
Oh.
I know. Someone on our commented, on one of our videos.
Right. I thought they would go with the Burger King plan of doing like a separate can every week. When you went to Burger King, they have like a separate glass or poster every week.
Not quite.
Yeah. When they say every week, like every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So there you go there. So we'll be talking about Jurassic Park in a couple of seconds, and then we have Then we have some trivia. And I think that should wrap up all of the trivia that we needed to run by you Skywalkers before Comic-Con. There's still more trivia to go, of course. But I think that was the last one that we had to run by everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
Right here.
So now let's get into our discussion about Jurassic World reboot.
Reboot? Reboot. Rebirth.
Now, okay, Jurassic World Rebirth is a horrible title. It should be called Jurassic World Reboot or Jurassic World Island of Misfit Dinosaurs.
That would have been fun.
Yeah.
The check your subscribers, says James. Should we check it?
Okay. You know what? Let's do this live, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna refresh, and
oh my god! What the heck? What? Oh, this is nuts! Oh my gosh!
11:02.
We did it! Woohoo! Oh my goodness! Wow!
I thought we'd be cutting it close, going up to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
But no.
All of a sudden, my God! All right, well.
Thank you, Coke, and thank you, Jurassic Park, and thank you, Ridiculous Star Wars Rumors. They got us there, and you Skywalkers.
Yes. Confetti. Aw. So cute. All right.
Yeah. Oh, and then Glenn says he's got a few things to share. I think it's his birthday.
Yeah.
All right. So, Glenn, we will get you on in just a little bit.
Yes.
So, Jurassic World. Now, if you've been following us the last couple of years, you'll know that we hate going to the movie theater, and we really do. But Sarah really wanted to see Jurassic World in the theater. So
I did.
How could I say no to that face?
I wanted to see dinosaurs.
And we went. We went and we saw it in a theater at 12:20. However, after 30 minutes of not just trailers, but trailers and commercials.
Yeah.
It was an Allstate commercial, a commercial.
12:53.
Yeah.
The movie started.
That Chevrolet commercial, the Norelco Razor commercial. all kind of commercials,
So
and then trailers.
It was supposed to start at, I think, 12:20 or
12:20.
12:20.
12:20.
12:53. We looked is when it started. 12:53.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness. Oh my
But
goodness.
we were there. We sat there. I hate walking into a dark theater and not
Yeah.
knowing where you're going. So.
But trailers have always been about 25 to 30 minutes. So the
Yeah.
fact that it was 33 with commercials, I didn't seem to mind that.
And then by the time you get to the movie, you're like, wait,
what
was I seeing again?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Jurassic World Rebirth is directed by Gareth Edwards. So right there you have a Star Wars connection.
Now, I keep forgetting it was directed by Gareth Edwards.
Yes.
I thought that he would want to be done with big budget Hollywood movies after,
you think?
After Rogue One.
Okay.
They kind of took that away from him.
Yeah.
And then the creator didn't do too well.
Right.
I thought he would just want to, and he said in an interview in that press junket that he just wanted to do like smaller independents. This was not smaller. This was not independent.
No.
So the fact that Gareth Edwards directed this, I can't wrap my head around.
Yeah. So who here has seen it already? Show of.
I know Maria
comment.
has. Now,
all right. So maybe we'll do probably spoiler free. I don't or should we just talk about it? And...
You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what's gonna happen.
So should I go into a little summary?
Yeah,
here?
go into a summary. Okay.
So
when we say when we're gonna reveal a spoiler, we'll tell everyone, okay, turn your volume down, and then we'll do this for raise it up.
But yeah, you're right. Like Jurassic Park movies don't really have spoilers.
Not whatsoever. you know what's gonna happen.
All right. So 5 years after the events of Jurassic World Dominion. Now, was that the previous one? Because I don't know. The planet's ecology has proven largely inhospitable to dinosaurs, and those remaining exist kind of in this isolated equatorial environment with climates that resemble the one in which they thrived. So the equator area is basically off limits to humans because dinosaurs live there now, so they've taken over. The three most colossal creatures within that tropical biosphere hold the key to a drug that will bring miraculous life-saving benefits to humankind. So, of course, there is an expedition to go in and get the dino DNA from these three giant dinosaurs.
So pretty much Big Pharma wants to capitalize on dinosaur DNA.
Yes.
So right now, you know who's going to die.
Right.
Yeah, the executives who
Big
just...
Pharma.
So we saw this in Aliens. We saw this in King Kong. So there's no surprise whatsoever.
Saw this in the original Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
When the lawyer...
But what the
lawyer died.
But in King Kong and the other films like this, it was always those big companies that wanted to go in there and profit off of the big monster. But in Jurassic Park, the lawyer was just the lawyer.
Yeah, you're right.
Who wanted to keep the park safe. So
yeah,
you guys are all good on him.
Right, exactly. And they were going to pay Scarlett Johansson 10 with 6 zeros behind it. The 10 in the 10 doesn't count as one of the zeros.
Yeah.
To go in and get these dinos.
And King Kong, yes. In the 1976 version, it was the big oil company that brought Kong back to exploit.
Right. And then they had to bring your dinosaur expert. So that is Jonathan Bailey playing Dr. Loomis.
Now, that right there, that's a Halloween John Carpenter reference. Oh. Dr. Loomis, that Loomis is Donald Pleasant's character.
That's right.
The one who pursues Michael Myers.
And James, this was pretty much us. As long as dinos eat people, then I am happy. Yeah.
Now, should you be happy when you want the dinosaurs to eat the people? Eat the... God bless you.
Pardon me.
The heroes.
Yeah.
I don't have anything. You want to go get something?
Yeah. I'll be right back.
All right. So you have Scarlett Johansson, which she explains her purpose, but it was boiled down to a mercenary, and there was another mercenary. And there was the boat captain whose name I can't pronounce, Makala Ali. I can't pronounce his first name. And a couple of other red shirts where, right off the bat, okay, they ain't going to make it either. So so leaving, what's going to what happened. But on a B storyline, there was a family, a guy and his 2 daughters who wanted to go across the Atlantic on another father-daughter journey expedition, something he wanted to do with his daughter, but his oldest daughter had to bring her boyfriend, who was one of these lazy lunkheads.
lazy Gen Z.
lazy Gen
drunk.
Zs who you think, okay, if this guy doesn't get eaten, this will be the worst film ever.
Mhm.
You just want these kids to be eaten.
Yeah.
So from there, their boat gets capsized by a water dinosaur,
Mm.
and the other boat with Scarlett Johansson and the others, they veer off from their target to the island, and
Well, they
go off
go
and
to
save
save
them.
them. They
Yes.
save them in the ocean.
Yes.
And they all go to the island first before dropping them off at a safe harbor because
so
they're like, well, we got to get these dinosaurs.
So you have let's call it the big pharma group going toward the island, and then they hear the mayday. Oh, we gotta veer off and save these people. It's like, no, you don't. You really don't have to save them. Come on.
Mosasaurus. Oh, see, everyone knows. Okay, perfect. Yes, Mosasaurus is the big water dinosaur.
Okay.
Mosasaurus. That was cool. That was cool looking. I liked that.
Now.
Yes. Well, should we go over box office?
No, let's do that in a couple of seconds. Oh, go ahead.
Well, are you going over the whole story? We don't want to go over the whole story.
No, but it's fun to watch these movies. I'm glad we did see it in the theater.
Yes.
And it was fun. I'm glad we did. I'm glad we saw it.
There's fun jump scares.
A lot of great scenery, a lot of great shots where you see dinosaur heads coming out of smoke and mist and out of the jungle foliage. Those were, I cannot get enough of those. I love those. The only thing that I can get enough of is when characters make stupid decisions. They just say stupid things that a director, an editor, an actor should have said, you know what, let's rethink this. Because a lot of times Sarah and I would just look at each other like, yeah, they need a polish on this. Okay. Such as when this family gets helped by the big pharma group, they're on the ship going, where are we? I want answers. What's going on? Yeah. Start like pounding their fist. They want to know what's happening. It's like, these people just saved you.
Yeah, they're on a mission. Like, dude.
So put the brakes on.
Yeah.
And especially when they're being yelled at by an 8-year-old. All right. Yeah. At that point, the boat capsized and she fell overboard. I don't know how that happened. That's the way I would have done it.
Okay. Now, Courtney says, I liked this one, but I thought the dinos were ugly. No more crossbreeding. Absolutely. I agree with you, Courtney. They were not majestic and cool like some of and I had a note. My major note at the end of the film was, there's these scenes where they're kind of trying to replicate the kitchen scene from the original Jurassic Park, where that one crossbreeded dinosaur that's like a weird crossbreed between a raptor and like
a bunny rabbit,
pterodactyl or a bunny. I don't know. It tries to go in and find them in the store, but because there wasn't a cool scene with like Dr. Alan Grant at the beginning explaining how this dinosaur worked and how it hunted and how it did all that, it wasn't as exciting, or your mind couldn't think of, what is it? What if this dinosaur catches these kids in that convenience store?
Because very generic.
Yeah, it was generic. So
whereas didn't Dr. Grant tell the kids that these velociraptors got these talons?
Yep. He's like, he's got this thing.
So now you got this visual.
It slashes you. Yeah, you got this visual of like, it's going to slash you across the belly. He doesn't slash you across the neck or across down here. No, he slashes you across the belly. So you are alive when they start to eat you. And that seeps in your brain throughout the whole movie, so that when those dinosaurs are hunting those kids in that kitchen, you're like, oh my God, they're going to kill it.
Yeah, because now you know what they're up against.
Yeah. But so these dinosaurs, you didn't know what you were up against. Yeah. So that was my main note. It's like they needed Jonathan Bailey to have an explanation scene of these different dinos and what they do.
But to play devil's advocate, I don't think these writers, David Kemp wrote this, who wrote the original. I just don't think they're giving the audience enough credit. Like, they're dinosaurs. People don't care.
Yeah.
These movies are making $1 kajillion. We don't have to put that much thought into it. Just let dinosaurs eat people and fight.
But I wish they did.
Right. That's why these movies will not be remembered.
Right.
This is the 7th Jurassic Park movie.
Yes.
I would have thought 4. I couldn't even tell you about the other ones. Some starred Chris Pratt. Some starred Barney the dinosaur. Yes. I don't know. They're very forgettable because it's just the same thing over and over again.
Now, I'm going to bring up some comments here because you guys have really good comments here. so Maria says that the mutated dinosaur looks like the Rancor from Return of the Jedi.
What look like
Yes.
a Rancor combined
Yeah.
with the xenomorph
Yes.
from Aliens. He had
Yes,
that,
it
that
did.
big bulbous
The
head.
bulbous head.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's got the arms of the Rancor. It was like grabbing the.
But did you notice that he had those two little T-Rex arms
Oh, he did?
coming out of its chest? So it had like had 2 arms, 2 legs, and 2 little tiny arms.
I didn't
coming out of the
notice
chest.
that one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And then, they really liked the dinosaur, the T-Rex raft scene. That was cool. And James, that scared me so much. The popcorn spilled off my tray. How funny.
All right, go back to that T-Rex raft scene.
Well,
yeah. That was
fun.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm. I liked it.
That was fun.
What are you thinking?
Well,
the fact that the T-Rex gave up after they went around.
Well, but that is historic. That's a classic T-Rex behavior. Remember in the first one, it was running after the Jeep. The objects in the mirror.
Right. And then
I just say, hey, T-Rexes, they give it all right out of the gate. They give it its all, but then they exude all their energy.
Okay.
So they tire themselves out.
Okay.
But this T-Rex was going right between these 2 rocks, trying to get the people instead of just going over the rocks.
Apparently it was too tall. I don't know. Yeah. But it was
But now when I was talking earlier about people making stupid decisions,
yes,
the older girl saw a raft. Okay, I'll go get the raft and I'll bring it back to my family and we will swim away. But this T-Rex is like 20 feet away from her and it's waking up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she just doesn't know that T-Rexes, they follow movement.
Right.
But still, when a T-Rex is just waking up, you don't bring this big yellow raft, drag it down the dock. You be very still. Maybe even leave the raft there and go and hide till this thing takes off.
Mm.
So at that point, it's like, okay, this girl, this world is not meant for her.
But we needed a cool scene with a T-Rex.
We did.
So I am glad they put a T-Rex scene in there because if there wasn't a T-Rex scene in there, come on, we want our money back.
But now,
right?
what if they found the raft and we're going down the river?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, all is nice, and from around the corner, you see like a T-Rex head and it starts to follow them, and they look down the water and they say, "Why is the water rippling?"
Ooh.
Just like in Jurassic Park. I don't know. And they look back and there it is. That's another big thing I had about this movie. In every Jurassic Park movie, they never hear the dinosaurs until they're like, I'm right here. What? You don't see or hear this dinosaur right in back of you? Each footstep is like an explosion. I know, you gotta turn your brain off. I know. Okay. But yeah, the raft scene was fun.
At this point, it's just fun to see all the dinosaurs and it's cool. Can we go over the box office?
Yeah, but you want to read more of these comments? Or I know you want to read your box office.
Well, yeah, no, they're talking to each other as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I was hoping we would have gotten dinosaurs with laser beams by now. That's funny.
Yeah, and Don says, next up, dinos using tools.
Oh.
Yeah. Now
Capture don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just nowhere they can go with this unless they do a Planet of the Apes style Jurassic Park movie,
right,
where they're more sentient, or they pull a King Kong and have these things roam around New York City.
Right.
All right, so do you want to go with the box office?
Yes, I do. Yeah. So it was good that they released this over the July 4th weekend because it did very well. It made 100
It started on Wednesday, July 2nd.
Right.
Okay.
July 2nd. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it started on Wednesday, July 2nd. So over the 5-day holiday weekend, this movie made $147.3 million domestically, and worldwide it made $322 million, which is good because now Superman comes out this coming weekend, and so it'll probably have a big drop.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so they really needed to make a bunch of money over the holiday weekend, and a lot of people had time off. I mean, we went to see it on Monday because that's when we had our time off, but like it worked out that we were able to see it the opening weekend. But I do have another fun fact for you. Scarlett Johansson is now the biggest movie star in the world in terms of box office gross, thanks to the success of Jurassic World Rebirth. So she has now claimed the title of Hollywood's highest-grossing lead actor, overtaking her Marvel Cinematic Universe co-stars, which is, I think, is awesome. Go ScarJo. Woo! She is up to $14.8 billion, whereas Samuel L. Jackson is just below that at $14.6 billion. Robert Downey Jr. is 14.3, and Chris Pratt is 14.1.
Asterisk.
Well, yes, if you include all the cameos and things that they've been in.
I don't mean that. I mean asterisk, meaning when you consider inflation and Samuel L. Jackson's Star Wars prequel films.
Okay.
But for the longest time, Carrie Fisher held that title.
Oh.
But because of if you count inflation, it'll put her right back on top.
Okay.
Because she starred in 6 Star Wars films.
Got it. That makes sense.
I know Scarlett Johansson's been in 55 MCU films.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to judge. Like, okay, are you doing supporting? Are you doing lead?
Right. This is when she's either lead or she is part of the
ensemble.
The ensemble cast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But I love your research, but I just wanted to throw that.
Okay.
That
was an article I found, so that was according to that article.
Okay.
Yeah. Screen Rant, I think.
Okay.
I just thought it was cool.
It was very, very cool.
Scarlet. Yeah. She was one. She and Jonathan Bailey were why I wanted to see this movie. Had it been other actors I wasn't as interested in, I don't think I would have been as interested in a Jurassic Park seeing it in the theater.
Not even with Chris Pratt and Bryce Howard?
No.
Dallas Howard?
Bryce Dallas Howard. No, because I had seen their movies and...
Yeah, then Maria says, okay, what about Harrison Ford?
He was, definitely.
Yeah.
But inflation, I think.
Now, considering Star Wars is the number 2 film of worldwide releases, right under Gone with the Wind, when you consider inflation.
Right.
But since you wrote this list, I love it.
Okay, man. Thank you.
Joey is seeing Superman tomorrow. Did I just see that
somewhere?
Yeah,
there's like some fan screenings. I tried looking, and by the time I looked, all the seats were like way up close. And we just can't do that. It's just hard to see.
And Don says he always gets annoyed when they don't adjust for inflation.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why they always say not adjusted for inflation.
So overall, I thought this film was fun, but yes, ultimately forgettable, I would say. Unfortunately, but it was fun to see in the theater, and I'm glad we saw it. And since the film dealt with like all these new characters, it did take that first 30 minutes to really set them up before we got the dinosaurs, and then I got really excited when the dinosaurs started to come at the boats out in the ocean. I'm like, ooh, it's dinosaurs and the Spinosauruses, and it was fun.
Yeah, but then they went like 30 minutes of no dinosaurs, and this film had a lot of monologues and speeches and heartfelt moments between characters. They all had their saddened backstories.
Yes.
Like, okay, after one or two,
that's true.
We're good.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah, they had a lot of those. When we didn't really like, how do you say his name? Mahershala Ali.
Oh, Mahershala.
That's the one.
Mahershala Ali.
Yes, he had a backstory which didn't need whatsoever.
Yeah.
And right off the bat, you know who the red shirts are. You know who's not gonna make it.
Yeah. Pardon me, guys. Allergies.
And now, can we talk about the Dolores?
Oh! Excuse me. Yes, you can. Sorry.
There's got some allergies working up here.
Pardon me.
All right, so
Dolores. We met Dolores.
Dolores is this little. It's a full-grown dinosaur, but the dinosaur is only about this big. Which is, they call it, it looks like a baby triceratops, but it's full grown.
Yeah.
And it's very, very tiny.
It's like a Olalops, something. Yeah.
But is this a real dinosaur, or is this one a made up dinosaur?
It's a made up one.
Okay.
It's one of the ones that they
hybrids.
engineered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Island of Misfit Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Okay, so the little girl treats this thing like a pet. The little girl loves her licorice, but she's like giving it away like candy.
Candy, yeah.
And she gives all her licorice to the little dinosaur. Dinosaur loves it, and she puts it in the backpack. Now this thing is like a school notebook, and she's dragging the thing all around the island. And then, okay, here's not a spoiler, but in the end, they defeat the dinosaurs and they leave on the boat, and little Dolores is in the girl's backpack. That's mean.
Yeah.
That is you're taking a little dinosaur
Mhm.
away from its home, and it's not like she snuck it off the island. Everyone else knows. But wouldn't her dad say, as soon as we get this back to dry land, they're gonna take this away from you and cut it up?
Well, not only that, but Dolores, she probably won't do too well in any environment that's not the equator.
That too.
Yeah.
But you're taking it away from its home.
Mm.
I'm sure this thing's got a family, got friends, got a podcast it does every week. I'm sure this thing's got a very busy schedule. So why are you taking this thing away from its home? I really had a hard time with that one.
But it's so cute.
It's very cute.
It's very toyetic.
It is, and if they sold these things outside in the concession stand instead of these little Megan popcorn buckets that look like Barbie, they would sell 1 billion of these.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were very underwhelmed by the assortment of popcorn buckets available at this.
The tie-ins.
Where are we at? What kind of theater?
Regal. I don't know.
Regal.
But they had a lot of Superman stuff and a lot of Megan stuff.
Yeah.
And some Jaws stuff, but nothing Jurassic Park. Mm-hmm. So I was there all ready with her credit card in hand, wanted to buy some stuff.
No.
But
I got my stuff at 7-Eleven. It was very cute.
Yeah. Julie says it's the toy golden doodle of dinosaurs. What does that mean?
Like a doodle, labradoodle, or a doodle, like a dog. A toy dog, like the little puppies.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, they have a shoulder pet? Oh, of the what kind of dinosaur is that?
Oh, wait a minute. Courtney says that they have a pet.
Yeah, that's what Joey just said.
Oh, he said that have one soon.
Oh, I don't see it.
Yeah, the buckets are they run $25 to $30.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those aren't cheap. But as we found out, you wait a month, they're on clearance for $1.98. So just wait.
Yeah.
But so did anyone else have a problem with the little girl taking Dolores away from her home? And they went over this repeatedly, that they can only live near the equator. That's the only temperature they can reside.
Right. We want to know your thoughts. In the meantime, though, did anyone else catch the clarinet solo when Jonathan Bailey as Dr. Loomis was going up to those big Brachiosaurus type dinosaurs?
Yeah, those two dinosaurs who were snuggling.
Yeah.
They were snuggling dinosaurs.
That was a sweet scene.
That was very, very sweet.
Yeah.
and then they shot it.
Oh, I know. At least they're just taking the blood.
Yeah.
Joey says the way they took the blood was kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, because their skin is so thick, they don't feel that. But I was getting ready for a Planet of the Apes scene because they're in this cornfield. Wait, wasn't there a scene like this in Jurassic Park?
Yes.
When they're in tall grass?
It's the second one. The Lost World. Yes, there's an awesome scene where they have to cross a field of like wheat, and then it goes to an overhead shot, and they're all crossing the field in a line, and then you see from the sides the wheat.
Right, okay.
And it's from the sides, the
I see the shot.
Velociraptors go
yeah, okay.
Right towards the line of people, and then the line of people start falling, like people start disappearing from the back of the line. It's like the freaking awesomest shot ever.
So I wouldn't have been too upset had they replicated that.
Yeah.
But instead of seeing the tall wheat stalks fall down, maybe see like some like Velociraptor tails or something.
Yeah, that would have been neat.
Yeah, that would have been really fun.
Okay. This is solo. Wait, which part was solo, Julie? The part with the...
the Jonathan Bailey's clarinet
solo. Oh, yeah. Okay, yes. I did the same thing to him. It's the clarinet solo. Yes. That was cute. Well, the dino did want to go with her. Yes.
It's a dinosaur, though.
Okay, but James makes a good point. She can get a lizard aquarium for him to live in. Or her, I suppose.
Right, but do you think that dinosaur is going to make it there? When they get back to dry land, someone's going to see that and take it away. Rightfully so. Dinosaurs are not pets, except for Fred Flintstone. But other than that...
In this world, they have been introduced into the kind of, like...
Society,
yeah.
But no one's got one as a pet.
Well, who knows? You don't know that.
Yeah, because... That's the one thing I can give this society credit for. They're not going to let people have dinosaurs as pets because they've all got to live on these islands where they've been doing experiments. They haven't, only for that one T-Rex in the Lost World has any dinosaurs been out in the city, in the suburbs.
Okay, but I think in Dominion they made a point to show like dinosaurs all around, like in wheat fields and stuff.
Yeah, but not in the suburbs. If one of our neighbors, you saw a dinosaur in the backyard, wouldn't you call animal control?
Probably.
Yes, it's a dinosaur. They're very unpredictable, but it made for a nice, sweet moment.
James wants to sing us a song.
Oh, if they can make it to New York, they can make it anywhere. I'm not sure they would make it in New York. They'd be mugged. They would take advantage of.
Yeah, okay. Glenn makes a good point. Maybe it's like people who have the tigers or lions as a pet.
And look what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, either
they get a series made after them, made about them.
Right. Or animal control comes in, or they let one friend over too many, and that friend gets mauled. Not a good idea. But once again, it made for a nice moment. I understand that, but you're taking this thing away from its home.
I'm sorry. All right. Well, we had fun with the film.
There was something else about the beginning. Oh, in the beginning,
they had the zoo. The Brontosaurus was causing a traffic jam because it got loose, right?
Yes.
Is that what you're going to talk about?
Yeah. Okay, that's another point. That's another point.
Okay.
I really like the fact that at this point in the Jurassic universe, dinosaurs have been there, done that. So people are all over. Yeah, we've seen dinosaurs. Yes, we know that there's T-Rexes out on an island somewhere. And yes, there's a Brontosaurus stuck on a bridge. We get it. It's like being in Los Angeles when a movie crew holds up traffic. Yeah, we get it now. You don't even think twice about it.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been really fun to see a couple like Gen Zers walk by and take a quick selfie and move on. Just because been there, done that. That was kind of funny. But now I did like the beginning. We cut to this. We start in on this lab. And it says 17 years ago, this was when they started doing these dino hybrid experiments. It said 17 years ago, which is very specific. I'm doing that math in my head. That's 2008. Did the last movie come out in 2008? I thought they were talking about the last movie.
Oh, no. Yeah.
But they were talking about it's in general.
Just in general, yeah.
Where
it was a while ago.
Okay. Now, let's talk about this first scene here.
The Brontosaurus?
When we talk about people who get eaten because they deserve it, or making stupid decisions, we start in on this laboratory where you see a guy with a Snickers bar.
Oh, yeah.
There's product placement all over this movie. And he's...
Altoids, anyone?
How many times did they have to go, yeah, who Altoid? But in the beginning, this one scientist at this hybrid lab, he's trying to get into the laboratory room, and he's got to press in the 3 numbers and turn the key, and the Snicker bar wrapper falls on the floor. Now, this place is like spotless. It's like THX 1138. Everything's all shiny and spotless. And he doesn't notice this wrapper falling on the floor. No one else notices this wrapper falling on the floor. Now, once again, this place is like a hospital. It is immaculate, and there's people everywhere. You don't think that someone would have seen that wrappers floating around?
It was a big wrapper.
It was for a king size Snickers bar.
Right,
it was a big wrapper.
Yes.
And you're thinking, okay, it's like that feather in Forrest Gump. The camera follows it, and it falls on the floor. This one lab guy walks into the lab room where they're experimenting on the dinosaurs, and this wrapper gets stuck in the door, and that's how the doors can't close, and the big hybrid monster gets out and destroys the whole lab, and they're gonna shut down the whole island because of this Snicker bar wrapper. Now, there was just way too many bad decisions here.
But I liked
no one saw the doors that didn't close. No one noticed the Snicker bar wrapper. Why was this guy? This place is clean. Eat your Snicker bar on your own time, and he's in like this big hazmat Walter White suit.
Yeah. So Julie asked, "How does he even eat the candy in that suit?" His little thing flipped up. His
little visor,
the what is it? The mirror part of the mask where you see through just like flipped up, and he could eat and then it flips down. So
But as soon as
odd.
he had that Snicker bar in his hand, you're like, oh, okay, this is where
What's
it all
gonna
falls
happen?
apart.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the catalyst to this whole plot falling apart. And guess what? It did. So when this guy got eaten by the Rancor, it's like, well, you know what? That's Darwinism. He made bad decisions and it caught up to him.
Well, and that's what these movies are good for.
Darwinism?
No, to have bad decisions, people. Yeah, their decisions catch up with them. Karma. It's karma.
Yeah, but then at that point, David Kep should have been eaten.
All right. So overall, are you happy that you saw this film with me?
Yeah, well, with you, yes. I'm always very happy when I see a movie with you. And some parts you had to turn off your brain.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm very glad I saw that. Just because of those very
cool shots.
It was like Vader coming out of the smoke and steam in Rogue One.
Yeah.
You see those big dinosaur heads coming out of the smoke. Oh, I love those.
That was neat.
All right, we have Vignesh. Vignesh V says, Jurassic movie, new scene, create me, but cowboy scene.
Yeah.
Super dog. Oh, thank you. Much appreciated.
All right.
Maria just says, just go back to the Flintstones.
Oh, yeah. They had dinosaurs. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Vignesh, for joining us. And yeah, everyone else, were you happy? I think, Maria, you really liked this one. Glad I saw it in the theater. Did not beat the original. I don't think anything's going to beat the original because the original now has so much nostalgia around it and it's just so masterful. Like, and you can only do some of that stuff once the first time where it's exciting and then everything else becomes a copycat.
Where else can you go? So tell us in the Sky Chat, where else can you go with this plot?
Mm-hmm.
We've visited the island way too many times. So if you're going back out there, at least this time, this crew knew that most of us may not be coming back. So they knew. But how many times can you keep on going back to an island?
Right.
Not that many times.
Mm-mm.
And once again, if you're going out there, then that's on you. All right. James says the top 7 the top 7 best Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah. Okay.
I would agree. I wouldn't even know where to place it. I just know that I think Lost World comes in last.
Oh, really? Now I kind of like it.
That whole gymnast scene, like all of a sudden this girl is doing backflips and somersaults and high volts over this dinosaur.
But it has some really cool shots like that velociraptor going through the wheat.
Okay.
And it's got the awesome scene where that whole big what is it? Like RV is falling off the side of that cliff, which is one of the buildings at Universal that they talk about on the tram tour.
But okay, I'll narrow it down to this. Steven Spielberg, why did you let a T-Rex eat a dog?
Oh.
Because of that, that's
you don't like
one of my worst Jurassic Park. It is my worst Jurassic Park movies. You didn't have to do that.
Mm. Okay, Maria.
And Courtney says, I'm very happy with it, but no, it didn't. No, nothing will ever beat the original. So if you take the original out, where does it fall then? Yeah, Maria
I'd have to see him again to like really see.
I think the franchise could end right on the money.
But
on the money.
It's not going to.
No, because this made $322 billion over 5 days.
Yeah. I think Fallen Kingdom. I don't even remember what happened.
Wait, that's a Planet of the Apes film. Courtney.
Jurassic Park meets Terminator.
So this part, I think James also brought up Jurassic Park meets like Predator.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only way you can go. Like, Gareth Reynolds directed Godzilla.
Oh, really? Wow.
So have a hybrid, if you will, a Jurassic Park meets Godzilla.
Yeah.
So at this point, the dinosaurs have got to meet someone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Lost World all over again.
Yeah.
The T-Rex running all over a suburban neighborhood.
Apparently, we want to talk about Lost World a lot.
Was lame.
Yeah.
But it did add something new.
Yeah.
But you know what? I've never seen Jurassic Park 3.
Oh, really?
The one by Joe Johnston.
Yeah, it wasn't that great. There was pterodactyls in it. That was cool because pterodactyls are like my favorite dinosaur, but that was the only thing cool about it.
Courtney says Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is the second in the World franchise.
Oh, the World. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know if we saw that in the
I-
theater because we were so bummed by the first
Yeah.
Jurassic World.
I thought you were combining Planet of the Apes with Jurassic Park.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of Fallen Kingdom.
Oh, Joey says JP3 is underrated. Huh. I mean, the Sam Neill's back, so that's why I went and saw it.
Wasn't he back in the second one?
No, he didn't come back. It was mostly Ian Malcolm, his story, and then red-haired woman.
Bryce Dallas Howard?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Julianne Moore?
Yeah, Julianne Moore. Yeah. It was their story.
Avengers. Okay, ScarJo, you got to choose. What side?
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. There you have it. So once again, to sum it all up, glad we saw it, but when Superman comes out this Friday, it'll be forgotten.
Yeah. All right. So now we are going to Tia Leone. Was she in the third one? Now I don't remember if she was in the second or third. Okay. But regardless, we are going to move on.
Let's move on to some Star Wars trivia.
That's right.
All right, so I believe once again this is the last category we want to try out with everybody before we debut all of these categories at San Diego Comic-Con. What date? Maybe July 25th. Maybe at 9 p.m. I don't know. I'm just throwing numbers out here now. So this category,
maybe in the Star Wars room 7AB.
Yeah, just throwing it to the on the wall, see what sticks. All right, so this is gonna be a really fun one here. This is called
What's Wrong with This Picture?
What's Wrong with This Picture? We're gonna show you a picture, and you tell us what's wrong with it.
All right.
So first I got to start by saying Sarah did an amazing job with the Photoshop here.
Thank you. I think we have what, 6?
6, yes.
Yes.
And then we'll bring Glenn on. Do you want to put it in the link?
Oh, sure. Yeah, but you don't need to do it yet, Glenn.
Yeah, wait a few minutes.
We'll just put the link in here. We'll put it in again. Okay. All right. So we're going to show you a picture.
Okay.
And then you'll tell us what is wrong with it.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, check it out. Look at this picture, and you tell us what's wrong with it. Put it in the Sky Chat. Oh, okay. So far, Dan says K2SO. Joey says K2SO. Glenn says K2SO. Julie says Mon Mothma, but spell check took it another direction. James said Andor and B2. Maria says, great job, Sarah. Joey just said Andor characters. Okay. Your mom says she's got no idea. You guys got all of them, but one.
Ooh.
You got wait a minute. Did you miss out on one? Oh, no, James got Andor and B2. Oh, there's two characters which have been forgotten. Oh, Glenn. Oh. Okay. Oh, it's going too fast. All right. Julie comes in with Clea. Clea is right over there beside Chewie. And Glenn says Jyn Erso right above R2D2. As does Julie, as does James. And James says Clea again. And Glenn says Caspian is there too. I don't see Caspian. I see Cassian. And Adam O'Brien, all the way from Australia, is joining in for our trivia. Hey, Adam. Came at a good time. All right, so you guys got it right. With K2SO, we have Mon Mothma, Jyn Erso, Clea, Cassian Andor, and B2. Oh, hey there, Jim. Jim Pruitt is coming in here with Paul Lynn with the fishing hat.
Fishing hat?
Oh, you mean this guy next to C-3PO?
How exciting.
That'd be funny. Where was Mon Mothma during the scene? That's a good question. And I think we put this together at the end of Andor season 2. It's like, okay, we gotta revise history. It's at the end of A New Hope. We got to put the characters in there who should be in there, even though most of them have perished. All right, and Quinlan Voss is right behind Chewbacca. So sorry. He's there, but he's right behind Chewie, so we don't see him. And Jim says, oh, sorry, he's been watching too much Hollywood Squares. All right, so there you have it. Let's go to the next one now. And the next one.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, let's go.
All right, you ready? Here we go. What is wrong with... there's the original. There's the what's wrong with this picture, and here's how it should look. And yeah, someone asked if Chewie has a medal, but no. Chewie never got himself a medal.
Oh my goodness.
He doesn't get it until The Rise of Skywalker. All right, and here we go with the next one. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom. Skeleton Crew. What is wrong with this picture of the Skeleton Crew? And Jim, no, there is no Paul Lynn in this poster. Glenn says, eh? Eh? And Julie says, eh? Logo? Eh? Oh, E.T. Yes. Glenn got it. Julie got it. E.T. is in the moon. I love that one. We did this one at WonderCon, and everyone was so busy looking at the characters down below, they didn't look up. As Jen Urso says, just don't look up. This time you have to look up. So this is the Photoshopped version, and this is how it should look. It's missing the ship. All right, good one, says Dan. Next one. Ready? 3, 2, 1. What is wrong with this picture? What's up there? What's going on? What's happening? What is happening? The first one to guess right is going to be... Dan comes in with Terminator, followed by Julie, followed by James, followed by Glenn.
Whoa, isn't that awesome? I think that was my favorite one to do.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
Jim says term 2.
T2.
Courtney says T2. Now, okay, how long did it take you to see this? Was it too obvious, or did it take you a couple of seconds? Maria also says Terminator. All right, let us know how long that one took you, and did it stump you at all?
And then you can see the regular.
This
version.
is the fixed version, and this is how it looked when we first got it.
Yeah.
James.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So Dan says yes, it was very obvious. James says I was distracted by the green arrow.
Okay. Yeah, in the previous one, I'll change that, James. Go back. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a note of that, or will you know?
I'll know. I'll go through all those slides.
Julie says that she was laughing and then had to type.
Okay.
It took a couple of seconds.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right, here we go. So next one is Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy.
What is wrong with this picture?
And the green arrow over here too.
Well, that's not part of the picture now. See, but yeah. So in all the slides in this, there's a green arrow. So when you're in the trivia itself, that's not going to seem weird.
Okay. Oh, Dan. Oh, if Dan didn't get this one right away, I'd be very upset. It is R2-D2. And now, what's so particular about this R2-D2? And Jim says it's the Kenner R2-D2.
Yes, it
and I'd be very discouraged if Jim didn't come in with that.
Yeah.
the Kenner R2-D2. Jim once said back in 1982, Jimmy and I once made a film with the R2-D2
Aww.
Kenner figure.
That's so cool.
Yes. which is somewhere in my collection.
James had to show me. Yeah. Okay.
So Kenner, not Lego.
Yeah, I don't think I would get this one. Just offhand, like you guys did.
Oh man, Dan, if you can build a full size, not Sideshow, Gentle Giant made those life size R2D2s, the Kenner R2D2, but they stopped making them just because they were so expensive and they didn't sell all that many because they were like $5,000.
Yeah.
I would love to have one of those though.
Marie says this was a little hard. Yes, we do have to throw a hard one in there.
Yeah.
Some of the rest are a little too easy.
Yeah, if we wanted to throw one that to the kids who know all about the Lego, that's their entry point into Star Wars. All right, do we have one left?
Yeah.
Here we go. Last and final slide. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Oh, there's the original. Here's the Kenner R2D2, and here's without Kenner R2D2. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Ah, yes.
What is wrong with this picture? We don't know. We don't know. I guess I'm betting that you Skywalkers know. What is wrong? Oh, James comes in with Battle Droid, and then Julie comes in with Clone.
Glenn says Clone.
Glenn says Clone.
But Dan is the only one to put them both together.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Now, how will that go with the trivia? They gotta get both. We gotta
they gotta get both.
Clarify that.
Yep.
And Jim says it's episode 1. It's a little bit of episode 1, 3, and 4.
Uh-huh.
And Maria says Vader is staring at us. Yeah, Vader's saying, "Come on, people, you can get this."
Look at James's comment.
You can get this. And the T-Rex is missing. Yes. One point each. I guess that works.
That might work too.
And Jim just says fiddlesticks. That's the last one. Right?
I don't.
Let's go. This is the original.
Yeah, original. There it is. Change.
Now, is that one a hard one, or is that easy?
I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I think that's all. I don't. But there might be one more. If there's 6, there should be one more.
Okay. All right. Let's see what the next one is. Oh, here's the last one here.
Okay.
All right. Easy, but so much fun, says James.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, Julie says she stopped looking when she found one. Good.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Glenn comes right in with the Boba Fett helmet.
Yep.
Helmet color is Boba. Not only is it Boba, but it is Boba Fett. Helmet. Here's Mandalorian.
Yep.
Here's Boba Fett. Here's Mandalorian and Boba Fett.
That was fun.
That's the last one, right?
I even put a little shine on it, like he's got on his armor there. Yes, that is the last one.
I totally missed that.
Oh, wow. Well, good.
Yeah,
I kind of tried to color it down a little bit so that it wouldn't be so green.
So some of these categories will be easy, but I think people need the easy to get more confidence in themselves.
Yeah.
Build up that confidence.
Absolutely.
All right. So there you go. And there you have it.
Yeah.
All
Glenn,
right. Thanks everyone for your input on that.
Yeah. Glenn, if you wanted to pop on real fast, show off some of your birthday things.
Glenn just turned another age.
Easy is good for any kids. Yes, that's true too.
Yeah.
Definitely. We've been addicted to pop culture trivia
on Amazon.
On Amazon Prime, which Colin Jost keeps reminding us that this is on Prime.
Pop Culture Jeopardy.
Did I say trivia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is trivia.
It's Pop Culture Jeopardy.
Which has been giving us a lot of ideas to steer the show.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right, everyone, please rise, because here he is, the birthday boy.
Glenn. Welcome,
Stein.
Glenn. Is that a new hat?
Yes, the hat is one of the gifts. My parents give me all these comic books, that I've bought online and stuff, and I've gotten most of them already. So now they have something to actually give me. So I had to order this hat for quote walking the dog, when it's sunny out, because I don't have any hair there. I gotta break the scalp. I also picked up some comic books, this week that I had them pay for. This was like this new Sister Sorrow character, that's kind of interesting. And we had the last issue of the Spider-Gwen run, 15. It's going to start with the all-new Spider-Gwen in a terrible new costume next month. And then they also had Gotham City Sirens, another series they started there. And then there's this little black cat that looked really nice. But
comic covers Mylar.
Yeah, one is a foil. It's Mylar. It might be Mylar. It's foil cover. And then my cousin, Josh, and Sienna got me Trials of the Jedi, but it's not just a book. It is
signed.
Charles Soule?
That's Charles Soule, yeah.
Excellent.
Wow. You made up like a bandit.
And then perhaps the best thing I got.
I just saw that at Target today. It's so cute.
Grogu, and he also comes with a frog.
What?
How long
and,
does it
and a Nirvana Nummy. He comes with two of these, but I brought one upstairs.
Oh, Richard, wouldn't that look good right there?
Okay, and let me take him out for here a second.
Yeah, possibly.
And there are actually little controls on the back. Well, there are controls on the back so you can move his arms.
Oh my goodness!
And then his ears do move.
Look at them. Oh, I want to.
Unfortunately, they don't go up, but they go down.
Oh.
And he also has the little silver ball.
Well, yes. Yeah, I have a little Lego Grogu that has the little ball. So cute.
Did that come in? Must have come in two different sets. The Grogu and the Grogu.
No, it's one set. It's Grogu and the
pram.
Hover pram.
Oh, okay. I see you took them out of there. How long did it take you to build that whole thing?
A couple hours. Maybe 3 hours or something. I don't know. I had to take a break for dinner, I think, or something. I started after I posted, but it took. It didn't take that long, really. Maybe 4 hours tops. It's not that huge a set. I think it's like 1,000 something pieces, maybe.
Okay.
But it's always weird how these like randomly colored pieces that go in the middle. Oh, one interesting thing is there's actually a heart in the middle.
Really?
There's like a little, like instead of having a little, it's like a flat little heart. It's like a little logo. Instead of having like a little small, like square Lego, it's a heart-shaped Lego.
Oh. That
goes right where the heart would maybe be. We don't know where the heart is in whatever species this is, but where you would think it would be. There's actually a little heart, and there's a little plaque that says Grogu, homeworld unknown, species unknown, whatever. And there's got a little, very tiny version of the Grogu in the pram, which has a very tiny little Grogu head.
Yeah, I've got one.
It's like this big. It's really really
wow.
tiny. But I couldn't carry that, but also upstairs because my parents had put it out.
Yeah. If they had revealed Grogu's homeworld on like a Lego set, just buried it in there and see who saw it first.
They do stuff like that. There are always like leaks of this Lego set. So oh my gosh, so this person's in the movie because they're in this Lego set,
right?
Or this person's gonna die because they come apart in this Lego set, or everything comes apart in a Lego set. But in all these things, spoilers and things.
But isn't that where we found the name of the new instead of the Slave One? Isn't that the name of the fire spray? Right.
Right.
Wasn't that on the Lego set first?
Oh, I think it was on the toy.
Okay.
But
yeah,
but I don't mean just like a leak, but one of those. Let's just put it out there, see who finds it first.
I see. Oh, they're gonna find it immediately. Come on.
Yeah, but who's gonna
internet?
Right, but but first you got to know where to look.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
But Glenn would have been the first one to break that news.
Well, no, I don't get Lego news until somebody else breaks it.
No, if it was revealed on that Lego set, and you just saw homeworld.
It'd be interesting. Would be interesting if, like, on the front it didn't have it, but on the inside it did have it. So if you got the real plaque, then you would know.
Yeah,
right.
That'd be something really cool. That would be awesome.
Man,
they would sell like this will sell even better than it already is selling. However good it's selling, but
Yeah.
Everyone will want that.
and this gift was a total surprise. I had no idea what my aunt was giving me. She had a operation that I won't talk about because it's personal and private. But so she got me this, like, it, gave it to my dad when like a week before she was going in for her operation or something.
Oh.
So I had it. So I sit in this chair, and I didn't even shake the box so I would have heard it was a Lego probably. I didn't even do that. I just carried it and just put it down in the chair, underneath the box that had the book in it, and just left it there till my birthday. But I had no idea what was in there. Normally she's like, "Hey, what things on your Amazon wish list do you really, really want?"
There you
and
go.
this year, nothing. So she just picked out this gift. It's it's great little. I'll go. My parents love it, and they put it up in one of the shelves in the shelves between the family room and the quote Florida room, sunroom, whatever you might call it,
Oh, cool.
in the house. So
That's
I had to
awesome.
take it down from there to bring it up for show you.
Well,
thank
well
you.
worth it. Thank
Yes.
you.
You're welcome. So that's
Happy
all I got.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm still running behind you, Richard. You're still ahead
Yes.
by a few years.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And you never fail to bring that up.
Yeah, I can never catch up. I can't catch up to my brother either. It's
You know what? You just gotta have goals. You gotta have goals. You'll do it. You'll do it one day. All right. With that, Glenn, thanks a lot. We'll see you next week when we talk about Superman.
Woohoo!
Well, I don't know. See, Dad wants to go play trivia on Monday, so we'll see.
All right.
I came this week special, and waiting for the show to actually get linked up that you were going to have the show. So Dad, we knew we couldn't go to trivia because Dad really was like, I came special just because I had stuff to share. So we'll see. And trivia went really long last week. Like last week, you saw I got on at 8:55 as in trivia.
Where do you play trivia?
Various places. Now this place, places in Franklin. There's random restaurants. I forget what it. There's this place. It's a Big Machine. You may have heard of Big Machine Records. You may have heard of them. They were Taylor Swift's original label, but the guy that owns them now has a distillery and tavern, and this is they're the main distillery where they actually make the beer stuff is down to the spirits is downtown, I think. But this is just a bar that's actually relatively close to us. This is where we go on Thursdays, and we do very well there. And Dad likes their version of trivia better because
what kind of trivia?
Only did 20 points for the final bonus question, and not everything. So it's you have to do well in the main part of the real game to have a chance to win at the end.
What kind of trivia?
It's just random stuff.
Is it pop culture?
Occasionally there's a Star Wars question. They had a question about one of the, and sometimes they give hints, and they'll tell you one question, two questions, early in the week. And one of them was about what species was Jar Jar Binks. And then they have I'd have to run downstairs to get a sheet to remind me, but they have all sorts of things, and at the end they ask you, put these things in order that they happened, and this week we had Indira Gandhi starts her second term as prime minister. Senator Dan Quayle of Indiana becomes vice president.
Football trivia.
Okay.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom premieres, and there was some other Indiana thing related. And that was Larry Bird becomes head coach of the Indiana Pacers. So then we had to put those in order. That was the final question. And then it's just there's other sort of things along those lines.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
There's a lot of questions about Pokemon that we have no idea. We really need a really much younger person to play on our team because I'm the younger part because I play with my dad, and I'm the younger part. So there's nobody that really knows things about Pokemon and anime and things like that. We have no idea. There's a question about Adventure Time or
we get it.
Phineas and Ferb.
All right, so we'll be back next week with another San Diego Comic-Con category.
Okay.
The timeline. All right, Glenn, happy birthday.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Glenn.
All right, everyone, that should wrap it up. We've been going over a lot.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
okay, because we get to spend time with our friends
That's right. Oh,
on this episode
Of
of Things We Want to Share.